Displeased by what they described as illegal appointments, the Rivers State House of Assembly on Thursday, at its 41st legislative sitting of the second session, frowned at the purported appointment of some individuals as chairman and members of the Rivers State Investment Promotion Agency. The House declared Rivers State Investment Promotion Agency as unknown legal entity. The House expressed its displeasure when the chairman of the Committee on Commerce and Industry, Honorable Gerard Ofoji, presented a report on the purported inauguration of the Board of Rivers State Investment Promotion Agency by Governor Fubara. In its report, the committee stated that such an agency, if properly established, will create a conducive climate to attract and grow businesses in the state, but regretted that the absence of any law known to Rivers State House of Assembly establishing such agency. The committee maintained that if such laws exist, the individuals so nominated would have been subjected to the confirmation of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Relying on the findings of the committee, honorable members commented on the report, pointing out that the governor, in the exercise of his powers, has relegated decency in governance to the background. Speaking on the purported appointment and inauguration of the board of the agency by the governor, the Speaker, Right Honorable Martin Chike Amehule, maintained that the action of the governor in appointing some individuals to an agency not known to any legislation in the state is condemnable. The Speaker wondered why Governor Fubara would continue to deliberately act in defiance of extant laws and the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic as altered, knowing that such acts constitute misconduct, emphasizing that such infractions will be properly addressed. Right Honorable Amehule also recalled a similar action taken by Governor Fubara when he professed to have appointed some persons into the board of the Bureau for Public Procurement and other appointments without regard to the provisions of extant laws guiding such appointments. When the Speaker put up the question, the House voted in affirmative and condemned in strong terms the actions of the governor, which it declared illegal and questionable. This statement was actually signed by Martin Swachuku, Special Assistant on Media to the Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, on Thursday, 12th of September 2024. Nze, what is your take on this story?
It is unfortunate that we're getting it like this. The truth is that you don't put something on nothing.
Okay.
And the Amehule-led assembly know that to an extent the executive of Rivers State government does not recognize them, and have chosen to recognize the assembly led by Victor Okojumbo, Honorable Victor Okojumbo. And if the Amehule group comes up to say that the governor committed offense by not presenting his appointees to the House of Assembly, they might be speaking for themselves.
Okay.
While Okojumbo will applaud the governor for sending his appointees to them for confirmation. So you see that it is a two-way thing now. Now, I don't believe in you, I believe in you. So what Amehule is saying to me, he's simply making a shout to the public. All they need to do is, as people who started together, they should bury their hatchets, see how they come together and resolve their issues. But the truth is that they seem to be operating from the two extremes. This one is operating from their end, this one is operating from there. So coming together is becoming difficult. They are running on a parallel line. So to a large extent, the people who are suffering it is the Rivers people. And if you present this very matter to the majority of the citizens of Rivers State, you discover that 90 or 95% of the people will stand with the governor.
How did you arrive at that variable?
Yeah,
what variables or indices did you apply to arrive at 90%?
My indices is this. The indices I apply to arrive at this is because when you look at the people, what is their body language, what is the response. When you go to the public and you talk with people, when you enter the bus or the taxi, you talk to the people, you see their reactions. Now, coming to this point, you see the majority of the Rivers people are standing with the governor in this fight.
Yes. Your indices are not acceptable.
It might not be 100%. I said it is mine. So I am not forcing you. I'm not forcing you to take it, but that's what I'm giving as my own point.
Yes, yeah. I understand you giving your own point. However, it's also very important that, it's not a beer parlor conversation we are having. We are having conversation based on facts because, people are digesting this information and a lot of people will just run with it. So it's actually fair when you say, in your view, but you're saying that you have arrived and I asked you the indices. I was expecting that there would be laid down principles or indices that you have used. But you're saying when you ask people, the question is, if there are 1 million people in River State, how many have you spoken to? Have you spoken to 900,000 people to say that 90% of Rivers people? That's an extreme percentage to use. Don't you think so?
Remember, I'm coming from my perspective, not from yours. And I'm speaking based on what I am convinced about. But look at it. Nobody is forced to take my stand on this. But I am saying the truth to the people. If the governor has won to a large extent the heart of the people, and the assembly members that are loyal to Nyesom Wike, which is the one that is led by Martin Samuel, you see that at such point, at a certain point in this same state, you see that the people came out to say, no, we want to impeach the governor, we don't want to impeach the governor, and after all the brouhaha, they defected from the PDP and announced it to everybody, to the sight of everybody, to the hearing of everybody.
Now the question I want to ask
before you come with your question,
yes.
You see that after their defection, they aligned with the APC, they flag their flag and all that, they fly their flag, and at the end of the day, they came back to say we didn't defect.
All right. Okay. So now, very quickly, before Zinami will have the floor, I wanted to ask, when you started speaking, you said that the Martin Samehule House of Assembly, River State House of Assembly, has failed to understand that the governor has de-recognized them, and the governor recognized the Okojombo faction and has decided to work with the Okojombo faction, correct? So the question I want to ask is it at the purview, at the discretion of the governor to choose who to work with, or should the governor work with what the law says and what the law has recognized?
Good. You see, in River State today, in this crisis saga, you see people choosing the law to obey. I mean, people at the executive arm of government.
Is there any law recognizing, is there any law empowering Okojombo currently?
Well, if you talk in the current, I wouldn't know. But you remember that the Edison here led assembly was empowered by law.
What law?
Yeah. The judgment of what's the name of this judge? I've forgotten the name of the judge. That after Amwehule defected, the governor can't stay without assembly. So these 3 men that remain had to be given, and that was the reason why the governor presented budget to them, and they passed the budget, and the governor signed it to law, and that is the budget that is running for close to 1 year now.
Was there a judgment making a nonsense of that presentation of appropriation bill?
If a judgment,
are you aware of any judgment?
If a judgment, in fact, I'm not aware of any judgment, even though I overheard. But the reason I have to
that conversation here, so you
I said even though I heard about it, but you know why I say I'm not aware? In as much as I cannot be able to put maybe ABC, Judge, so Judge, by their names and all that. That's why I have to, take myself off that wahala.
Interestingly, you said you cannot say that you are aware because you don't know the name of the judge that gave the judgment.
Yes.
However,
and the one that you may claim vacated the judgment,
yes,
I may not
you don't know the names, so you do not.
I may not remember their names.
You, according to you, you cannot claim to know that judgment since
Yeah.
you do not know the name of the judge.
Yeah.
However, interestingly, the same you, just few seconds ago, you know, you are able to recall a judgment that, you know, empowered Edisinehe, even though you still do not remember the name of the judge.
Yes.
So now,
Because if there was no,
in these
if
three
there was no,
instances,
you know, if
you
there
don't
was no
remember the
judgment,
name of these judges,
but I remember vividly.
You choose not to recognize the judgment of one, and chose to recognize the judgment of the
And
other.
it is my,
like the governor.
I told you that the governor in this
It's understandable. Zinami, what do you have to say to this story?
First of all, good morning to Nigerians once more. You see, the issues that are going on in Rivers State are issues that we are beginning to sound like broken records. Because we keep on saying the same thing over and over again, and it's not helping anybody. You know, for me, the little I know from my little bit of findings with respect to agencies and whatnot, I will speak to the issues that have been raised. The little I know about agencies and whatnot that have been established by the state, I know for sure that there are cases, Lagos State, Esso Petroleum and stuff, there are cases like that the courts have declared that the president, I'm using this as the president has the right to create agency with an executive order. I am not aware where any court have said that the governor have a right to create an agency with an executive order. But I know of the precedent. You know, in Nimasa was built, was formed with an executive order before it was actually legitimized through the legislative process. You know, I know of the precedents, but I cannot speak of the governor with respect to cases that have been decided in court. Also, on this same matter, I find it disturbing that we should have agencies created through an executive order. Because executive order is like a fiat from the governor. And the government should not be ruled through someone's breast pocket. You wake up tomorrow morning and say, I'm making an executive order to create another agency. Where is the room for the legislative, or where is the room for the legal framework of that agency? What are the roles, functions, duties, responsibilities of these people that we have gathered together as an agency that you have created? Where is the room for checks and balance? Where is the room for transparency? Where is the room for accountability? And only where we can have these points that I've raised in place is when we have a legislative action with respect as a bill turning into a law, before you can call an agency a proper agency. Because there one can easily go into and look at the duties and responsibilities of the agency and know who to meet and who not to meet. Okay, if for example now I want to meet the new agency that have been created by the governor, what do I look at to say, okay, as a lawyer, let me look. You have consulted me that you need to meet the agency. I don't have any document to know that this is the person that I'm right to meet. This is the procedures you need to take to register an investment agency.
The governor did make appointments.
It's an executive. That's what I'm telling you. It's an executive order. So in that executive order, I'm telling you that currently there are no legal frameworks.
Then what is Okojombo doing?
Okojombo did not make a law. The governor brought that agency through an executive order.
All right.
And I'm saying that executive order is government by the best pocket of anybody that is leading as a governor. And so that is not the right thing to do. Even though the court have said the president can do it, I don't think I am comfortable with it, because the legal and legislative frameworks for these institutions are lacking. The rules for accountability and transparency are not there. So we need to look at it very well and consider it. And then moving forward, the way I really find it disturbing is the appointment of what's it called? This procurement board.
Okay, investment.
No, not the investment. The procurement board.
Okay, the procurement
that
board.
the speaker condemned that they were not. That board gives the law by that board gives the assembly the powers to screen these members. If you look at the statement, speaker of the statement, that law gives the assembly the power to screen these members before they are appointed. And I am hearing that it was Okojombo that appointed, that screened them and confirmed them. You know, Choma, like I said earlier, Rivers State is now in the theater of absurdity. Because what is happening in Rivers State is executive rascality and recklessness of the highest order. You know, Okojombo, where is he coming from as a speaker? It has been established here and even in various forums that the law has said that Martin Samewule is the speaker. Okojombo came under the guise of Edison Ehie. Edison Ehie declaring himself the speaker has been made nonsense by the Federal High Court judgment of Obotochi. I've said this before. So when people saying all these things will sound like broken records. You know? So what is happening? What is happening is I repeat, is theater of the absurdity in Rivers State, where we have recklessness and executive rascality taking over the place. You know, I think that the less we talk about Rivers State issues now, the better, because this is not painting Rivers State well. But I'm happy that these matters are before the court, and these are constitutional matters. I'm happy that some judgments have been gotten, some judgments are awaited. So, for me, personally, I think that the less we talk about Rivers State matter, the better, until we wait for the court to... These matters will be exhausted by the court. And since they are constitutional matters, they will not take
while that is happening, issues are coming up day by day. Now, Martin Samewule, in their plenary, have come out to condemn the actions of the governor, and they said, according to them, that the Rivers State Investment Promotion Agency is an unknown legal entity. I mean, when you look at it critically, you said that the appointment of the individuals manning these agencies were screened by Okojombo. And when you were still building your case, you talked about the fact that Justice Omotosho's judgment recognizing Edison Ehie made a nonsense of the judgment that empowered Edison Ehie to be speaker, correct?
Exactly.
Now, you are a legal luminary. If I may ask, for the sake of clarity, if there are two judgments from a court of coordinate jurisdiction, which one takes...
No. There was no judgment. Thank you.
Yes.
There was never any judgment.
The first one was a ruling.
There was never any judgment recognizing Edison Ehie as speaker. There was never.
All right.
And nobody can bring that judgment. There was no judgment. Edison Ehie assumed speakership by virtue of a court
a ruling.
Injunction.
Okay.
You know, that is what an interim injunction.
Okay.
And those interim injunctions they have lifespan.
They've expired.
They have lifespan. And that judgment, that issue matter has been withdrawn. That was the court with Justice C.N. Witte also, if I'm not mistaken. That C.N. Witte also, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember the name of the judge here, the Rivers State High Court judge. That matter has been withdrawn. And that judge was even summoned to the NJC. You know, so but let me not go into that. But that is not matter to discuss here. And the thing is that there was no judgment recognizing Edison Ehie as speaker. There was never none.
It was an interim injunction.
It was an interim injunction that Edison Ehie had. And that injunction was withdrawn. The matter was withdrawn. And Edison was fined to pay. And he did pay the fine. Now, but what I'm saying is that there is a substituting judgment.
By Justice Omotosho.
Yes, that was done in January this year. On the 20th or 20th of January this year. And also, the point is that even in the Court of Appeal, during these issues of Okojombo and whatnot,
and jurisdiction justice.
Yes,
Valley.
if you listen to that, look at that. If you follow up the matters in the court, Okojombo brought up the issue that he came out to be the speaker by virtue of Edison Ehie's resignation, and the court told him no, he cannot come to be a speaker by virtue of Edison Ehie's resignation. Martin Samewule has been acting as speaker for how many months now? Since Edison Ehie resigned.
If I may quote what the judgment said, he said in the speakership with regards to the speakership of Martin Samewule, it is not in contention.
What
exactly does that mean?
It's not in contention. That is absurd. Nobody can. For now, nobody is contending with.
Nobody is contending, or it's not even a prayer before the court.
Nobody is contending with Martin Samewule at the moment. There's not even a prayer in the court. For now, he is the speaker. it is not, Okojomo was claiming that it's a matter of urgency. Because there's no matter of urgency. If Edison Eye resigned in April, and you are coming in August or whatnot to say 3-4 months have elapsed, so where is the urgency here? No, I'm not telling you the judgment per se. I'm telling you the proceedings of the court. I follow the whole process. You know, so this is what is happening. So I am saying that for now, there is a lot of grandstanding. And
in your opinion, Martin Samehule is the actual legal. Martin Samehule led House of Assembly is the legal.
It is not my opinion.
According to what the law is.
That is the foundation of the law as we speak at this moment.
Depending when there is a judgment.
Yes, otherwise. That is the foundation of the law. And it is not within the powers. I want to clear some things here. It is not within the powers of the governor to recognize another arm of government.
Okay.
These things are within our legal frameworks. It is not within the powers of the governor or the powers of the people. The people have elected whoever they have elected. They are just to represent them. The people, whoever they are supporting, whoever they are not supporting, they have the right. If you don't like the person you have elected, you can go and recall him. That is what the law have given, opportunity the law have given to you. And if you say they have defected, then you go to court and take a decision. If Edison here was the one that declared a seat vacant, the judgment of Omotosho has said this is wrong. No, Shema, the less we talk about this is the more. For me, I keep advising for matters of Rivers State, let's just wait until all matters before the court are exhausted. That is my submission.